evening, everyone. On behalf of the entire staff of Beech Motor Speedway and the Cusack family, it's my pleasure to welcome you to Maine's oldest, continually operating family-owned speedway. My name is Bruce Elby, your race commentator, and tonight we bring a special Wednesday night program featuring Hollywood stuntman Brian Carson and superstar of the motorcycle stunt world, Dennis the Menace Pinto. This will all be accompanied by a full card of limited sportsman competition along with the Wild and Willie Wildcats. And the number 2, rookie Hans Meyer. 15 laps on tap, 12 cars to qualify for the main event. Roger Williams in the number 95 has joined the tail end of the lineup. Evidently not ready on call, and therefore he rides shotgun tonight for his qualifier. System start at Junior Niles atop the flag stand. The drivers the all clear as they work down into turn 3. We look for a start out of turn 4. Like the points to turn 4, but pick it up just a little bit and hold it even. Green is out. Ron Smith from the inside with the advantage as they race to turn 1. Then comes Charles Roussel in the number 10, John Maycomber in the 96, side-by-side battle for the 4th place position. David Raymond in the number 3, Don Tapley in the number 15. Advantage on the outside as Don Tapley tries to squeeze it by the number 3, but Raymond is right back hard on it up the inside. They still go at it side by side. Now Raymond down into turn 3 from the inside takes over that 4th place position. Then stacked up from 4th right back through the field. We operate on a point system, and it is a handicap system whereby drivers accumulate points, and as they accumulate more points, they start further and further back in the lineup. So the high point men start at the tail end. They will be out in the second heat. These are the lower point limited sportsman cars and drivers at this particular time of the season who are eligible to run in the main event. Continues to be Ron Smith with a rather comfortable lead over Charlie Roussel. Then things begin to heat up from position 3 on back. John Maycomber in the 96, David Raymond in the number 3. Now Kevin Buck up to round out the top 5. Jeff Charland right at his back bumper, applying a little pressure there through turn 4. And it is kind of a log jam from about 8th position on back. All these cars will qualify for the main event, I am told. Ron Smith with an impressive run tonight in the number 49. Has only run a few times in 1992. Always a tough competitor. Starter indicates they will be coming to the halfway point next time by, as he will show the drivers the cross flags. We have 8 down and 7 to go. Man on the move, Keith Lovejoy in the 03, one of the outstanding rookies here in this limited sportsman division. Continues to improve. Has captured a feature event. That is no easy task in this highly competitive limited sportsman field. So Keith Lovejoy in the 03, definitely a car to watch as he is on the move on the outside. Now out in the second groove, Mike Field in the 88 and Hans Meyer in the number 2. Meyer also a rookie here at the Beech Motor Speedway. Former competitor down in New Hampshire. But this is his rookie year here at the Beech Motor Speedway. Lovejoy up now to challenge for that 3rd place position. He has come from next to the last row in the lineup. So an impressive run by Keith Lovejoy in the 03 as he works to take over position number 3 out of turn 4. Young man has covered a lot of ground. Just 3 cars actually started behind the 03 in this qualifier. 2 to go indicates start at Junior Niles. Things continue to be stacked up pretty tight from position 4 on back, and time running out. White flag is out. Keith Lovejoy now trying to take over that runner-up position as he makes a bid to the outside of the number 10. From the inside of the 7th row in the lineup, Keith Lovejoy up down. Checkered flag is down. Ron Smith grabs it. And across the stripe, just about side by side, Charlie Roussel in the 10, Keith Lovejoy in the 03, then John Maycomber in the 96, and David Raymond in the number 3. And here's the winner of heat number 1. In the number 49, the car is sponsored by Johnson's Garage, along with NASCO Automotive Machine. From Hollis, Maine, Ron Smith. Next on the grid, the number 24, Danny Boobar. To his outside, the number 7, rookie, Steve Berry. Next on the inside, in the number 61, Gordon Nelson. And to his outside, Dave Frecto in the 78. Then comes Dennis Hall in the number 94, and High Point man Pee Wee Knight in the number 111. Once again, these are your High Point limited sportsman cars and drivers. Currently atop the point standings in the limited sportsman, Pee Wee Knight in the 111, runner-up Dennis Hall in the 94. To show you how competitive this division is, last Saturday night, Dennis Hall, who is a 3-time feature winner, failed to qualify for the main event. Looking for a start out of turn 4. Flagman Eddie Walsh has the green in the air. Robert Bodwell with the advantage as they cross the stripe, and here comes Jeff Morgan to draw it even down into turn 1. Donnie Morse looking for racing room down low, but it's Morgan with a steam on the outside. Jeff Morgan, always a hard charger in the number 7. Robert Bodwell up and coming. Feature winner here in this division. Donnie Morse on the move on the outside as he takes a look now to the outside of the number 56. Dave Langlis sits in the 4th place position. Billy Thompson is up to 5th. Ryan Shepard 6th. Dennis Quinn 7th. Danny Boobar 8th. Then comes Ken McLeod and Gordon Nelson battling for 9th place position. Once again in the number 37, the 1991 limited sportsman champion Larry Gelinas. Dave Fecto in the number 78 was runner-up in the 1991 season. Well, Jeff Morgan continues to show the strength of the number 70. Donnie Morse in the 75 trying to rein in race leader Jeff Morgan. Then comes Robert Bodwell, and the man on the move right now, Ryan Shepard, outstanding rookie in the number 34, as he works to the outside of Dave Langlis for that 4th place position. They go at it wheel to wheel. And next, Billy Thompson and Danny Boobar in a side-by-side battle. Matter of which line is going to move. Flagman Eddie Walsh indicates they are coming to the halfway point. And Donnie Morse has reined in race leader Jeff Morgan now. And they have a rather comfortable lead over third place competitor, who is Ryan Shepard, working to the outside of Robert Bodwell. Shepard takes over the third place position, and he is bringing Danny Bubar with him on the outside, along with Bill Thompson, as that outside row begins to advance. Finding a way out and around, two-time feature winner Robert Bodwell in the number 56.
Series of separate races here. We have a two-car race for the lead. We have a three-way battle now for that third, fourth, fifth place. And then the rest of these drivers battling to break out of the back half of this heat lineup. And when you have cars that are just about equal, that's not easy to do. Two to go indicates flagman Eddie Walt. Continues to be Jeff Morgan holding off Donnie Morse. Then Ryan Shepard, Danny Bubar, Billy Thompson. That's your top five. White flag is down for Jeff Morgan and Donnie Morse. And the rest of the field. And the checkered flag comes down. Jeff Morgan captures heat number 2 over Donnie Morse. Ryan Shepard, Billy Thompson, Danny Bubar rounds out the top 5. Down at the start-finish line area from Scarborough, driving the LTV Builders Morton Motorsports, number 70, Jeff Morgan. Ed Gallant in the number 13. Kevin O'Rourke in the 65. The 73 is driven by Larry Ramsey Jr. Donnie Whitten in the 83. The 50 and Alan Burvey. Number 89 is driven by Chris Schedule. And the number 38, Beaver Norton. Once again, limited sportsman semi-feature, in some places called the B main. So many competitive limited sportsmen that cars have to acquire a certain number of points just to get into the qualifying heats and a chance to run the main event. That's what these drivers are looking for. Junior Niles has given him the all clear. The pace car is on the infield pit road. He points to turn 4, and the green is out. Dennis Featherson leads him across the line and down into turn 1. Featherson, a rookie from Westbrook, Maine. Only about the third time out for the youngster in the number 4 in an all-new car. So a lot of pressure here right from the point. Second place, Andy Cusack, the 92. Then a side-by-side battle for third. Scott Link in the number 54 and Dave Jackson in the 98. They go at it side by side. Bob Barrage rounds out the top 5. Cars tango in turn 1. A lot of smoke from 2 of the cars. And a tangle on the backstretch. We have 3 cars hooked up down the backstretch and 2 more off the top of the turn. And that will require the caution flag. All right, right now we're ready to get it back to green. Hopefully out of turn 4. Flagman says hold it even, and the green is out. Side by side across the stripe. Dennis Featherson down low. Takes it over out of the turns 1 and 2. And he has a strong challenge from Andy Gayu in the 92. Then comes Scott Link in the 54. Dave Jackson in the number 98. 3 wide down the front stretch. And that is hard to do for very long. Scott Link takes over that second place position, but Dave Jackson is on the move now. Jackson draws it even with the 54 through turns 3 to turn 4. Kurt Bean up, and he gets together with a 54. Jackson is collected in that one, and that will require the caution flag. As Scott Link is left broadside coming out of turn 4. And just a little contact out of turn 4, and that is the result. Pole in the number 4 this time to his outside. Kurt Bean in the number 42. They will bring the field to a start out of turn number 4. Green is out. This time, Kurt Bean with a bumper advantage as they cross the stripe. Featherson takes it over down in turns 1 and 2. And the number 4 continues to show the way. Now a side-by-side battle for the second place position. Andy Gayu gets up to the inside and takes over the runner-up position. Kurt Bean has to settle for a side-by-side battle for the third place position. Beaver Norton trying to find a way into that third place battle. Dennis Featherson showing the way. Andy Gayu. A tangle between turns 3 and 4. And that collects several other cars. We have Paul Holstrom down the low side. David Wiles up at the top side of turn 4, unable to refire the car, and that requires the caution once again. Bob Collette back underway in the number 87, but David Wiles unable to get back underway. Pit road, flag points to turn 4, says hold it even, and Green is out. Andy Gayu with the advantage this time from the outside, but down into turn 1, Featherson draws it even. Kurt Bean trying to find a way down low, but the high side has the advantage. Andy Gayu holds about a fender advantage, but Featherson hard up the inside will take it over once again. Three-way battle for third. Kurt Bean, Beaver Norton in the number 38, making his return to racing after a long absence from the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. White flag is in the air. The number 4 gets way up high. Some contact is made. The youngster does a nice job of holding the number 4. Gets it up high and right up at the entrance to pit area. Don't believe he hit anything. They're coming to the checkered flag now. Kurt Bean with the advantage. And then it looked like Beaver Norton and the number 83 almost side by side, followed by Andy Gayu in the 92. And whether something perhaps broke on the number 4, but tonight it belongs to Kurt Bean in the number 42. Sportsman semi-feature, driving the Burns Auto Repair, Sanford Air, Saco Steel. Number 42 out of Alfred, Maine, Kurt Bean, with a fine run tonight as he captures the Limited Sportsman semi-feature. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our custom here for you to give me some help with those 4 most famous words in auto racing.
Ready on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Children, start your engines. Number 95, Roger Williams, joining the tail end of tonight's feature lineup. Problems on the 95 tonight. All clear now from flagman Eddie Walsh as the drivers glance to the flag stand one more time. The pace car makes its way onto the infield pit road. Ron Smith, Charlie Roussel bring them to turn 4 and green. Ron Smith for the advantage as they race to turn 1. Charlie Roussel drops it right into the inside. Then comes John Maycomber. Side-by-side battle shaping up for position with Tango on the backstretch. The 62, Charland, and the 18, Jerome Bushy will bring the field to caution as cars scatter trying to avoid those cars. And we are directly into caution in the first lap of tonight's 35-lap main event. All clear once again from atop the flag stand. And an original start once again. Pace car on the infield pit road. And once again, Ron Smith and Charlie Roussel will bring the field to turn 4. Flagman is up with the green. And once again, Ron Smith shows the way from the low side. Roussel the second. John Maycomber is third. And that battle continues for the 4th place position. David Raymond on the low side. Don Tapley in the 15 to the outside. Once again, the high point men starting in the rear of the lineup. Problems on the number 56, Robert Bodwell, headed on a pit road and a tough break, and now caution once again. They tell us that is for a drive shaft area. And I would guess that might have been from the number 56 as he coasted on the pit road. 1 lap put it on the leaderboard. And once again, Ron Smith on the pole. Charlie Roussel to his outside. At turn 4, green is out. Ron Smith once again. John Maycomber trying to get up and challenge Charlie Roussel for that runner-up position. Cars tango in turn 4. That takes the 96 and the 15 right out over turn 4. They do a nice job of keeping those cars out of the concrete. Problems on the number 61 along with the 94. We also have the 86 up off the top of turn number 4. Flat tire on the 94. We have cars tangling all down through turn number 25, also off pit road, Kevin Buck. And 96, John Maycomber. So that's 4 cars back from a visit to pit road. All clear once again from atop the flag stand. Flagman Eddie Walsh points to turn 4, says hold it even, gentlemen. Green is out. Slow start out of turn 4.
Ron Smith once again. This time, David Raymond up the inside will take over that runner-up spot. Whitey Meserve up the inside to position number 3. And then Jeff Severance. Wide out of turn number 4 down the front stretch. Keith Lovejoy hung out in that third groove, and that is a difficult place to be. David Raymond now, all kinds of pressure to the number 49. Got the car sideways, did a nice job of straightening it back out again. But with it, he lost all kinds of time. 2-car battle at the front. And gonna be about a 4 or 5-car battle for third place position. Mike Field up the inside takes over third. Hans Meyer on the move as he gets beneath the 08. Jeff Morgan in the number 7, momentarily boxed in. Pass. Trying to find a way to get up and challenge Mike Field for that third place position. Jeff Morgan with an impressive heat win in the number 70. Has already covered a terrific amount of ground. That is the 18th starting position. Both Mike Field and Jeff Morgan have advanced from positions 15 and 18. Mike Field up from the 15th starting position to go third. Jeff Morgan up from the 18th starting position to currently 4th place position. Rookie Hans Meyer now trying to get beneath the number 70. The two started 17th, so your 3rd, 4th, and 5th place competitors have made short work of getting up through this pack. Now some of the other high point men trying to break away from that back end of the field. Several cars out in that second groove, among them Dave Langlis in the number 93 trying to advance on the outside as he works to the outside of Whitey Meserve in the 08. Billy Thompson also on the move in the number 6. Danny Bubar now out in the second groove, as is Jeff Severance and Ken McLeod. All trying to find a way out and around that inside row as they run bumper to bumper and wheel to wheel. Ryan Shepard now has gotten up to that top group, up into 6th place position. Ryan Shepard now up to the 5th place position as he has gotten beneath the number 2 of Hans Meyer. They are coming to the halfway point, indicates starter Eddie Walsh. Continues to be Ron Smith, David Raymond, Mike Field, Jeff Morgan in that side-by-side battle for fifth. Ryan Shepherd on the inside, Hans Meyer to the outside. Two cars off the top of turn 4, both underway. Jerome Bushy in the 18. Other car involved, the 96, John Makeover. Last half of this field of cars stacked right up behind the 08 of Whitey Reserve and the 09 of Dwight Shepherd. And among them, some of the high point drivers who got to be getting a little bit frustrated as the laps wind down. Top 5 continue in the same order. Ron Smith, your leader. David Raymond in second. Then comes Mike Field, Jeff Morgan, Ryan Shepherd. In 6th place, Hans Meyer. In 7th, Dave Langless. 8th place, Billy Thompson. And then from 9th on back, and a spin in turns 3 and 4. And once again involved there, the 94, Dennis Hall. Also involved, Steve Berry in the number 7. Along with the 05, Glenn Reynolds, among the cars involved in that tangle. Already once again, 26 laps down, flagman Eddie Walsh points to turn 4. In the green is out. This time, David Raymond with the advantage from the outside as they race down to turn 1. Ron Smith back to draw it even out of turn 2 and take it over once again on the backstretch. Ron Smith with a lot of pressure from David Raymond. And now a squeeze and a tangle between turns 1 and 2. Involved there, the number 2, Hans Meyer, the 34, and a whole bunch of other cars, and in amongst them all, you could have guessed it, Dennis Hall in the number 94. On August 15th. Well, right now, flagman Eddie Walsh gives the drivers the all clear as they glance to the flag stand one more time. And once again, Ron Smith will have to square off, and green is out. And Smith takes it over easily out of turn 4. Mike Field right up the inside to take over the runner-up position. And he brings with him Billy Thompson in the number 6. Inside lane with the advantage this time. Dennis Quinn up now as he gets beneath the number 6. They go at it side by side. Then comes Donnie Morris and Jeff Morgan in a side-by-side battle. So things heating up for the last half dozen laps. Flagman Eddie Walsh indicates just 5 to go. Ron Smith looking for his first main event of the 1992 season, as is Mike Field in the number 88. The 06 Dennis Quinn up from the 25th starting position. So a fine run tonight by Dennis Smith in the 06. Donnie Morse in the 75. Jeff Morgan in the 70. Then comes Dave Fecto, Danny Hubar, and Billy Thompson. Starter indicates just 2 laps to go this time by. It has been Ron Smith night here in this limited sportsman main event. He will see the white flag fly as he crosses the stripe this time. 1 to go. Checkered flag in the air. Ron Smith, Mike Field, Dennis Quinn, Donnie Morse, and Jeff Morgan. Spin. Dave Langlis gets it turned about. Does a nice job of keeping the car out of the concrete. But that's a tough way to come across the line. And here's your winner down to collect the colors. From Hollis, Maine, driving the Johnson's Garage NASCO Automotive Machine, number 49, Ron Smith will make his parade lap. Then he'll be back here at Victory Lane. We'll have a chance to hear from tonight's limited sportsman main event winner. Fine run tonight in the runner-up position. In the Ramblin' Rose, number 88, Mike Field. And up from the 25th starting position in the Quinn Insulation, number 06, Dennis Quinn, your third place competitor. Now as Ron Smith exits his car, we go trackside now to Andy Cusack.
Ron, just recently back behind the wheel. Congratulations, you've got the win. A nice run tonight.
Thank you. I was pretty lucky, but...
How do you mean lucky? It seemed to be a pretty good race for you.
Well, it was pretty good. I got a left rear tire going flat, and those cautions were scaring me.
You're just recently back behind the wheel. Kevin Rummery, a rookie in the division, took over your number. A friend of yours started driving the car. You're back behind the wheel. What's the story?
Yep, well, I put my motor back in it, and we decided to, he's better being an owner, and I try to be better as a driver. So we're teaming up to work together. So.
Well, the proof is in the pudding tonight with a victory. We congratulate you. Mark Mazur from Cumberland and York Distributors, and Coors Beer has the trophy for you. Congratulations, Ron. And a $50 gift contingency tonight from Big A Auto Parts. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Smith. We'll take a quick moment right now and welcome our friends from WBLM and Andrew Mahoney. Andrew, thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, direct from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Dennis the Menace Pinto. Let's give him a nice wave.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. Take the world in a loving world. Down the dust, exploding space. I love something lightning. Heavy metal thunder. Listen to me. I'm not feeling that. Yeah, I'm gonna make it happen.
On the ramp, ladies and gentlemen, Dennis the Menace Pinto. Obviously, due to the dangerous nature of this stunt, it's only been performed a handful of times across the country. Let's give him some encouragement, ladies and gentlemen, as he prepares for a very dangerous stunt. Dennis Pinto performed in Anaheim, California, at the Metrodome in Minneapolis, at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in North Carolina, and for the first time ever in New England, right here at the Beech Motor Speedway. Obviously, ladies and gentlemen, this is a dangerous stunt. As you can see, fire crews, rescue crews are on hand. We ask you to stay in your seats, ladies and gentlemen. We have maximum safety and security. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. He hit right on target. Now the safety crews. Perfect landing, and we will have a report just as soon as we get one at the tower. Tremendous impact. Just made the end of his safety ramp, and there he is, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have an opportunity to meet the young man in just a few moments. There he is. Let's give him a great hand, ladies and gentlemen. First time in New England. Dennis Pinto from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. What must be a perfect attempt at one of the most dangerous motorcycle stunts anywhere. Fire crew still trying to extinguish the explosives there in that van. In other attempts, he has missed his landing area. And obviously tonight, he was at the far end of those boxes, that padded area. First time ever in the New England area. Young man making a career of wrecking motorcycles. Some of these stunts are so dangerous, obviously, they're done very few times. And fortunately tonight, a very successful run at one of the most dangerous stunts in the motorcycle business. Obviously, fire, perhaps the greatest fear of any race driver.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Dennis the Menace Pinto. Dennis, you're still warm. The back of him is smoldering hot and is covered with now fire extinguisher material. That's a heck of a run. How do you prepare for something like that?
Very carefully.
What type of speed are you up to when you strike that van?
I'd say about 45 to 50. The last time I saw the speedometer.
It must be extremely difficult to see in something like that. You're entirely engulfed in flames.
Yeah, you have to, speed's that critical at first, then your approach and your balance on the bike, and then you hit the boxes, and the fire on my back's the last thing on my mind at that time. You have to do so many other things before that. And then I hope the firemen there to put me out.
And they were, you don't have to talk about firemen putting some body out, but they certainly did a nice job tonight. We thank the Scarborough Fire Department for being on hand with us. Did this go according to plan? Is this how the stunt is supposed to perform?
Oh yeah, yes. It went accordingly.
And they've told us that sometimes it hasn't gone accordingly.
Yeah, there's a few times where it hasn't gone the way I hoped it would, but that's the risk you take every time you get on the bike, you know. I can do whatever happens. I look forward to it. It's exciting to me. Hope you folks enjoyed it as much as I did, because I loved it. But I was hoping for a Coors Light.
We'll get you one of those afterward. We thank you for being with us tonight, Dennis. An excellent stunt.
Okay, I'd like to thank you folks. Beechwood Speedway, had a great time here. I'd do it again, but I only brought one bike with me, so.
Thank you, Dennis. Nice job tonight. We'll see you a little later on.
Andy, thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for Dennis Pinto. Look at the back on this man. One more big stunt to go. We got a little stunt to put on the track before that, and it's our Wildcat division. If you've never seen it, you'll see why it's a stunt in itself. Bruce Elder, back to you.
All right, we say the Wildcats do it a little bit differently. Middle row, Keith Emery in the number 16, and the number 10, Tom Lovejoy. In row 2, Michael Westcott in the number 4, the 24, John Usher Jr., number 55, Mark Bernier. Row 3, Todd Fitz in the number 29, Michael Nest in the 67. The 03 is driven by Ray Leeds Jr. Then comes the number 52 with Jim Kramlich, the 15, Randy Gerard, the 111. The 0, Darrell Morrow. Skip Butler in the number 28, Steve Clough in the 63, the 19, Dennis Smith. Scott Dumont in the 911. The 00, Raymond Gilball. The 85, Chris Warming. The number 25 is driven by Tom McKean. The number 3, Glenn Bradbury. 13 is driven by Brian Lawrence. The 72, Lawrence Emery. Charles Tripp in the 78. The 05, Scott Reynolds. The 46, Reno Neto. The number 5, Troy Leach. Number 22, Wayne Hall. The 73, Bruce Johnson. The 84, Joseph Bennett. The 70, Chris Johnson. Number 38, Lyman McCaig. And the number 6, Bill Bennett. Flagman Eddie Walt gives them the all clear. Pace car onto the infield pit road. At turn 4, the green is out. Number 44 and 10. 44, Robert Dimmick. The 10, Tom Lovejoy. Spin in between turns 1 and 2. The number 4, Michael Westcott involved there. The number 6, Bill Panett. They all get underway. Number 10 continues to show the way. That's Tom Lovejoy, the 44, Robert Dimmick. Then comes the 55, Mark Bernier. John Usher in the number 24, putting some pressure on now. Spin right here on the front stretch as the number 24 gets it turned about. So far, the drivers do a good job of dodging those cars. Still have a car on the front stretch. The number 44 sits stalled right at the start-finish line. He finally gets it back underway. And this has got to be his lucky day. What day is this, the 5th? Well, that number 44, Robert Dimmick, we'll have to mark this as his lucky day because he sat there stopped right at the middle of the track on the start-finish line, and all those guys somehow avoided him. If this isn't his lucky day, I don't know what will be. Some pressure from the 24. That's John Usher. All kinds of three-wide racing. Number 10, Tom Lovejoy, and the 24, John Usher Jr. Hey, Tangle! The number 10 gets it spun about. And with it, he relinquishes the lead to the number 24, John Usher Jr. Then comes the number 67. That is Michael Nest. Then the 63 and the 55 go at it, wheel to wheel. Mark Bernier and Steve Clough. Battle continues to be for that third place position. Mark Bernier in the 55, Steve Clough in the 63. They go at it side by side. Bad racing out of turn 4. The 38, Lyman McKay, making a 3-wide pass. He is the high point man, trying to find a way up to the front. Tangle off over the top of turn 4. That took your third and fourth place competitors. Mark Bernier in the 55. Steve Clough in the 63. '24 and 67. Michael Ness down to the low side. John Usher in the 24 to the high side. As they battle now, going by a slower car, makes it 3 wide. John Usher runs out of room. There goes the 15, gets turned about. Michael Ness, your leader in the number 67 out of turn 4 and across the stripe. Then unofficially the 24, that's John Usher. 29 would be Todd Fitz, up to third. Here's your leader once again out of turn 4, the 67, Michael Ness. Then comes the 24, John Usher. The 29, Todd Fitz. Flagman indicates they are coming to the halfway point. Cars tangle in the turn 4 area. Once again, the number 15 gets it turned about. That's Rennie Girard. Gets the car back underway. Todd Fitz in the number 29 taking over the second place position. Continues to be Michael Ness showing away, followed by Todd Fitz in the number 29, then John Usher Jr. in the number 24. Problems on the number 84 as he grinds to a stop to the inside of the front stretch. 84 driven by Joseph Bennett. Spin over at the entrance to the infield pit road, and that puts the field under caution as we have 2 cars off the track. One gets underway. We have another car at the bottom of turn 3. Well, I'm sure they're not trying to create Old Faithful down here with the number 84. Getting ready to get it back to green flag racing. And we have it. Michael Nest back on top. The 29 way over the top of turns 1 and 2. And he loses all kinds of ground. Tangle up against the backstretch wall. And the zero headed the wrong way. He decided he better turn that around and go with traffic. Be a tough one-way street to go up the wrong way. And here's your leader out of turn 4 once again, Michael Ness. John Usher. And a scramble out of turn 4. Somehow they get through that. Flagman indicates just 2 laps to go. Now going to make a race of it with John Usher. 22 goes high. Usher back into second place. McKay up into the number 22. They hook up. And the zero. He's going backwards. He's going to back it across the line. What a sight to see. I'm glad he's got a reverse in that zero, and I'm sure he is glad he does also. They are in the white flag lap. Checkered flag down for Michael Ness. Then comes John Usher. And unofficial. It was the 38, Lyman McKay. But that is unofficial. So Michael Ness, who was sitting 3rd in the point standings in this Wildcat division, grabs tonight's Wildcat feature event. And here's your Wildcat feature winner tonight. In the number 67, Michael Nest, as he looks to better his position in the point standings. Came into tonight's event in 3rd place. Difficult to tell whether he has advanced from that 3rd place position or not, but he certainly has closed in on 2nd place. Young man who's been around racing here at the Speedway a number of years, decided to get back into racing in what is designed to be an entry-level, low-dollar division.
Would you please welcome from Los Angeles, California, the man you've been waiting to see, Brian Carson. Brian, good evening. We're wishing you well. What's it look like to you?
I just want to thank everybody for being so patient. I'm a little nervous, like I said. I'm getting older in this game, and you know, every one of these I kind of dread even more and more. Her wrist is sore. You know, basically I just want to get this over with, but I want to thank everybody that's responsible for helping us out in this event, and Andy, you and me know who they are to make this thing safe, especially the fire department, WBLM, or Rock and Roll Sportsman for helping us out also. So, in case I don't get a chance, thank you all for your patience afterwards, because sometimes these things get a little rough. Scarborough, Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, you hang on your seats, I'm going to hang on the steering wheel, and let's do this thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for Brian Carson.
You're having the opportunity to see one of the very best Hollywood stuntmen. As we mentioned earlier, he has performed stunts in such films as Smokey and the Bandit 3, Crime Wave, Dead Heat, Stand By Me, just to name a few. All of his stunts are leading up to a final. And he talked about that just a little bit last Saturday night. He intends to develop what he calls a date with destiny. Carson envisions himself vaulting a luxury sedan off the top of a high-rise parking garage rooftop with a free fall that will probably hit something in the area of 120 plus miles per hour. And that's how he intends to end his career. Climbs into a stock sedan. If you followed any of the promotion, you know there's no bracing in this stock sedan. Brian Carson has indicated to his crew that he is ready. They are satisfied, although a little concerned that that infield pit road may be a little slippery. There is some speedy dry that's been kind of scattered on the entrance to that pit road. Brian Carson begins to roll now out of the infield pit area. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we urge you to please stay in your seats. Brian Carson has inspected the ramp on foot. Whether or not he will go this time is unknown. That's his call. Obviously, this is the type of thing that only he can make the determination when he is ready. He stops just briefly at the end of the backstretch. Now he approaches the infield pit road. Still uncertain whether or not he will be satisfied to go this time or not. Picking up a kick. Run by. He evidently wanted to check the speed. Built up speed and then braked about halfway down the infield pit road. Evidently just seeing what his speed was. His speed is critical. Once again, no one knows but Brian Carson when he will decide that everything is right and ready. Once again, he stops momentarily at the end of the backstretch, picks it up. Coming down now to enter the infield pit road. Picks up speed. Slows it down once again. This time, he'll take it up the ramp. Obviously, determining in his own mind the speed, angle, making certain as best he can that everything is the way it should be. To confer once again with his crew.
Jump time.
The man who holds the distinction of most cars wrecked in a stunt driving career. Veteran stunt driver. Fame and fortune of the plus side. Some 50 odd fractures to the minus side of that stunt business. As you can see, some concern on the face of Brian Carson as he spoke briefly on the trackside. Obviously his mind is on his event. Once again, he begins to roll down the infield pit road. This time, his crew moves in with the fire crew. Brian Carson slowly works down the backstretch. He has calculated the speed necessary. He is satisfied that the ramp is correct. But what he doesn't know is just where he will end up. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats. Brian Carson begins to pick up speed. Down into turn 3. Will make the left turn onto the infield pit road. Picks up speed. Continues to pick up speed. There he goes! Stay in your seats, ladies and gentlemen. We will have word from the safety crew just as soon as we have it. Safety crew at the car, and we are awaiting word. Unbelievable impact. And we just await. Once again, this is a stock sedan without bracing. Fire at the rear of one of these vans. He is out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. Safety crew have Brian Carson out of the car. Let's have a nice hand. Unbelievable impact. He is down off of a pile of cars. Safety crew attending to him. Incredible impact and obviously some possible injury. We await further information on Brian Carson's condition. Safety attendants talking with him. He is coming this way, ladies and gentlemen. Word was that obviously he was stunned, but here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Makes his way out of the infield pit area with the safety men to meet Andy Cusack. And we're going to have a chance to hear from Brian Carson once again as the Hollywood stuntman does it one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, at trackside once again, Andy Cusack.
Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for Brian Carson. How do you take a wallop like that and come over here and stand like you were just out for a Sunday drive?
I mean, any one of these you can walk away from. I mean, that's the oldest line in the world, but in my business, any one of these we can walk away is a good one. That's a stock car. That roof caved in all around me, floor buckled in, and I don't know how hot it was out here, but boy, it was hot inside. You know, I'm not much for charities, but I'm going to give you a plug here anyways. About a year ago, people from the St. Jude's Hospital in Memphis talked to me about seeing if I could sell some pictures for them and all the proceeds going to them. So this hospital is for children suffering from cancer, pediatric AIDS, and it covers the parents as well when they come down there. So the Speedway has graciously let us sell color posters for one of our Charlotte jumps here, with all the profits of it going to St. Jude Hospital in Memphis. So if anybody would like to pick up one, let me sign an autograph, I'll be glad to.
Brian, we'll have you wait right here. We'll open up the gate. It's the end of our show tonight. We thank you all for being here. If you'd like to come out, you don't have to buy the poster, but if you'd like to meet Brian Carson, look over some of the records. We ask you just not to get too close to the vehicles, and we welcome you out here. Bruce Elder, back to you.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, that brings to a conclusion our race program for tonight. We're awfully glad that you decided to spend your Wednesday night with us here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Remember, there's racing here each and every Saturday night at 7:03. As Andy mentioned, if you'd like to come out on the track and meet Brian Carson, you're certainly welcome to do so. If you are headed home, we urge you, as always, to please drive carefully, and we hope you'll make it a habit to get right back here weekly, where we present stock car racing at its very best at one of America's premier short tracks, the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Now for the Cusack family and all the staff here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, good evening.